And welcome to week 4 of building the Star Destroyer above Jedha. As you can see, last week we finished the Star Destroyer. I made a new support stand, which is much better than it was. And, well, at least we're starting this week off good. We have some bricks in. Let's see what it's in this. It is, as I expected, a whole bunch of big ugly rock pieces in dark tan. Both the regular version and the cornered version, as you can see. Yeah, I needed a whole bunch more because I actually made a little bit of a start here. This is definitely not final. I'm just playing around with it, but essentially this is all the rock pieces. I have a few more, but this is a big bunch of the rock pieces that I ordered, and it can only get me like a corner and a bit more, and that's it. So I definitely needed more, so we got them all here now. But yeah, I'm still waiting on two very, very, very important orders. So let's see if that comes in later this week. They have, oh my god, I can't believe it. These two orders, I've been waiting, especially this one, I've been waiting for 3 weeks. There's been so much drama with it, but it's finally in. So let's unpack them. So this is the smaller box, and this is a whole bunch of 2x2 reddish brown bricks. Exactly what I need for the Mills plating. I cannot describe to you how happy I am this one got in. Anyway, let's move on to the next order. And here we have it. This was actually the first order that I placed, and it's such an important one because these were the 48 by 48 base plates that I initially thought I needed. Now, of course, ever since I've ordered the other ones as well. But yeah, these two are so needed. So I'm very happy that these are here. All right, so what else do we have? We have LEGO Friends. What? I didn't order this. Why is this in here? Okay, Friends poly bag. LEGO Harry Potter poly bag. What is this? This is... I didn't order this, honestly. It's in there, I suppose. But anyway, now for the actual really important stuff. A whole bunch of 2x4 reddish brown brick. Very important. A whole bunch of 2x10 reddish brown brick. Very important. This is 2x8 reddish brown brick. A whole bunch of them. Also very important. Let's see. Because this is all for the Mills plate, essentially. This is 2x2 black brick. So also for the Mills plate. This I've been waiting on, because this is so crucial for the support stand of the Star Destroyer. This is what I really am going to use to essentially reinforce the support stand on the sides. Like already, I did this, of course, with the other order, so that's good. But yeah, this, I so needed to make that support stand so much stronger than it already is, let's be fair. Because already it's very strong support stand, but yeah, this... I'm very happy to see. It's difficult to see, but it's a 2x4 reddish brown plate. 2x4. 4x6. So, yeah, 4x6 reddish brown plate. Also for Mills plate and stuff like that. More 2x2 reddish brown brick. To light gray bricks. A bunch of reddish brown plates. A bunch of black pins. Oh, this is actually something that I just needed myself for the Poe Dameron's X-Wing that I have. Anyway, this is dark orange plate, 2 of them. This is 6 by 12. This is tan 2x4 brick, tan 2x2 brick. As you can see, this is just all bricks and, well, a couple of plates. Let's see, we have 2x8 reddish brown plate. We have, interesting. Well, the angled plates, more angled plates, by the way, and all in reddish brown. This is in dark orange. I gotta say, when I placed this order, I wasn't sure what I would need this for, but I suppose I can figure something out. You know, it's essentially for detailing the city. So yeah, that's the order. That was such an important order. So very glad that it's here. I still don't really know what the poly bags are doing here, but you know, let's get busy with this Mills plate already. And that concludes the part of the Mills plating that I can do right now. I have literally run out of reddish brown plates. This is the only one I have left. One 4x6. Everything else is in here. Now, in fairness, this is the first time ever that I'm doing Mills plates, and I was not aware of the amount of plates that I needed, and I have ordered more. So hopefully that comes in later this week so I can continue. At least for the moment, I can continue with this part because I've put the plate right around so that, you know, I can essentially start some of the rock work. But this is the entire thing. This is so part intensive. And I'm honestly glad that I had enough 2x2 bricks because the amount, this is what I have left. This is all the 2x2 brick that I have left. And as you can see, I have used some liberties here and there. Of course, this is a construction to make sure that I can move them out of there. And I can also move them back in because these are 3 sections. It's one long section here. This is the biggest section, and then this section, so that I can, because there, as you can see, it's on the floor. There's no way I'm gonna be able to properly work with the entire thing. So this way I can just split it up. But here especially, I've used just whatever kind of parts I had left in my bin to just make whatever. I will say essentially, like, you have the seams of the base plates. That's where I very much focus to make sure that it's a very strong connection. Like, these are all the 32x32 plates. This is a 32x32, a 16x32, and a 48x48. And then these are two 48x48s. That's essentially how I've made this, but yeah. This is huge. I was not expecting this to be this huge, but this is about all I can do in terms of Mills plating for now. Alright, so after working for a while on the base construction here, I think I'm quite happy with this. As you can see, it goes from the front, like it's all the way to the back here, so that it's essentially one giant unit that I can essentially plop into the Mills plate, and I have to, well, build something up around it, maybe in between as well. But the way that I did this, as you can see here, it's a layer of plate at the bottom, then a brick, then 2 plates here. Here's a little bit different because this is just 3 bricks on top of one another. At the back, you have that as well, just 3 bricks. But yeah, it's 2 plates in between, then another layer of brick, mostly Technic brick, to pin it together with the stand that I have here. And then another layer of plate, and then at the front and at the back, another layer of plate on top of that to really reinforce it well. This is about as strong as you can get and much better than the initial support, so I'm very happy with how this turned out. Now, you might be able to see in the background, it is a bit messy on my desk right now. It took a while for me to really figure this one out, but this was needed. You know, sometimes you need to create a little bit of a mess to actually get something good, and this is very good. Now, in addition to this, I finally have my final orders. Look at this. The final 2 orders, at least before I go on vacation next week. So let's see what's in these. So I'm going to start with this one. This is probably the most important one. This is a whole lot of 4x4 plate in reddish brown for the outside and in green for the inside. And I think this is 500 green plates. Just a whole bunch of green plates, but this is so necessary for the Mills plate, so that's good. All right, let's see what's in the other one. So this is the other one, and earlier in the video I was saying, hey, I'm running out of 2x2 brick. Well, that's exactly why I ordered, I think, 500 of these. Now, this is in whatever kind of color that was the cheapest, but this is for the interior. This is so important. In addition to that, I also have a bunch more 2x2 nougat bricks. This will be used for the exterior, of course. I really like this color. I think it works really well. Then we have a whole bunch of corner bricks in dark orange. I think this will also be a good pop of color on the outside and very needed to essentially help with the way that the big ugly rock pieces are constructed. Then this is just a whole bunch of 2x6 plate for the interior. Then a couple of more smaller ones. This is also more dark orange, 1x3s, 1x1s in nougat, by the way. Then we have 1x4s in nougat. A whole bunch of Technic pins. I'm actually very much running out on Technic pins, so this was necessary as well. And then, let's see, we have 2x6 in orange. Well, that's also for the interior. But more importantly, this is 1x1 by, I think, 3 high bricks in nougat. I've noticed that I've needed these kind of things with big ugly rock pieces. So this is for the rock pieces later. First, let's continue Mills plating the entire thing off. And that concludes the Mills plate. Oh my god, this was so part intensive. This is the first time that I've ever done something like this, but I'm so happy that it's all done. As you can see, it's split into the 3 parts, the back part and the 2 front parts, and I did a little bit more brown here because actually I noticed in the design for Jedha City that this side is different than that side. This is going to be more steep. There's going to actually be some kind of a pathway into Jedha City. So that's why I decided to give this just one more layer of plate compared to that one, but my god, I cannot believe how strong these mills plates are. Essentially, like, you can do whatever you want with them, they will not budge, and this was so flimsy before. So yeah, I can definitely see why mills plating it, despite the fact that it's so part intensive, is just the way to go, because it's so much stronger, it gives you such a good base construction. So, well, that concludes the base for Jedha, and now I need to figure out how to continue with the rock work. You know what? Let's try to start a story on here. Well, there's a shot for your thumbnail. My god, look at this. It worked out very well, as you can see. Like, the back is right at the back, the point is at the front. This, I think, is going to work out really well. Now, what I've noticed essentially is that the sides of Jedha City are actually very steep, so they're going to come up very quickly. The back is not as steep. It's still at quite an angle, but still it's going to essentially go up like that. The front, though, as I said, there's like a walkway into the city, so that's going to be a lot flatter, still at quite an angle, like a 45-degree angle, but that is going to come up like all the way from there up to like here or so, because if you see the shot in the movie, Jedha City ends there. It's from there to there, like right underneath the Star Destroyer. So I need to figure out a way to essentially make that go towards the Star Destroyer while keeping the sides pretty straight up. So let's try to figure out some rock work for this one. So when it comes to these rock pieces, essentially you want to make sure that these gaps are filled up and that they can just go next to one another. So essentially for the one on the side of it, you can do this, and then you need to fill this up however you would like. But then to continue on, you place a 2x2 brick, you get another one of those rock pieces, and you attach them. This can be any color at the back of it, because you're not going to see that. At the front, it's a little bit more important, so in this case, I'm going to go with a nougat 2x2 brick, and this way, you know, there's no way that this is going to budge or anything. So then you just rinse, repeat, as many as you need to next to one another. In this case, for the very back of it, I'm going to need 3 next to one another, so there you go. So this doesn't do anything, and then one final one by, there you go, that's that. Now a big issue is essentially the fact that you want to build up here, and I don't know why these big ugly rock pieces have this, but they just do, I suppose. So then for the internal structure of it all, I do a 1x6 plate on the bottom. At the top, this is a 2x1 by I think 5 high brick. Then you get 4x6 plate, and that covers the entire thing, and you do the same for all 3 of them. In this case, it's 3. You can just rinse, repeat the entire process for the entire wall, as many as you need, essentially. Oh, don't drop that. But yeah, the point is, this is what I am doing to just create a whole bunch of rock work along one side. Actually, this is going to be along all the sides, and then I need to essentially figure out how to make that work with the angle pieces. But I've already done a little bit of that. But in terms of the angle pieces, come on. The angle pieces, like, they essentially just, you know, fit right into place like that, and essentially I would just do like this. So, you know, this is what it looks like with the initial process. Now, this is definitely not finished. I'm gonna need to put a lot of slopes and stuff on there to make this first of all stronger, but second of all just look good, because now this to me has a very Minecrafty feel. But this is good enough to start with, so let's see how it looks on the base plate. And there you have it on the mills plate. As you can see, like over here, I decided to do 3 studs. So essentially I can do some slopes over here and maybe some plating in front of it. Then I have 2, 3 of the angled pieces going up to here, and this is where it's a lot tighter because, as I said, the side of Jedha City is very steep, very tight in that regard. So this is I'm just gonna do 1 so that at least I can do a little bit of sloping, but sloping is actually gonna be a little tricky, but I'll try to figure that out as I go along the way. But as you can see, like, yeah, this is this just comes down very nicely. Let's see what I can do next in terms of also filling up the gaps in between here. All right, now this is some dark orange and some nougat and some dark tan, and I think actually all these colors are looking quite nice with one another. So you know, it's a nice break of color that you have the nougat and the dark tan and the reddish brown and dark orange, just a bunch of different colors that all fit with the exterior of Jedha City, in my opinion. Of course, if you don't agree, you can let me know in the comments, I suppose, but I think it looks quite nice. And yeah, the way that I structured it is essentially to make sure that it kind of lines up with the rock pieces, so that, yeah, essentially it's just all one big unit. At the back, some more of those long bricks. This is 1 by 1 by 5, and more of those, of course, to essentially reinforce this. I think it's a very strong construction, and as you can see, like, the entire layer of brick is now nicely aligned so that I can build up from here on out. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do next, build up from where I am. Alright, so after playing around a bit more, I have a second layer on top of it, and I've also on both sides here done this. Also, like over here, you can see that some slope work is already going to build it up and cover off the front, because the thing is, the front is all not so colorful as this, because yeah, like you can see these tall bricks with 2 plates in between as a support for here. This is here. These long ones need to be this color because essentially they need to have the right color on the outsides. So there you go. This was a bit improvised, I gotta say, and this is definitely not final, I'm pretty sure. But this is something that I've done for the moment. I'll turn it around right now to show you essentially what it's like from the front angle. Because this is the front angle. This is looking quite nice. Yeah, as you can see, like, this is just, you know, quickest way up to make sure that I'm aligned with them, but I don't think this is going to be final. This is just a temporary solution that I was thinking, what can I do, you know? Also, I've started a little bit of slope work. This was definitely the idea. Like, I know these rock pieces have like a crevice in here, and I wanted to fill that up somehow, so I thought, you know, a slope is a nice idea, but there's going to be so much more sloping all around this entire thing. But for the moment, I'm actually quite happy with this, how this is turning out. I think the dark orange, the nougat, the dark tan, they all are very good colors to complement one another. The reddish brown, as you can see at the bottom here, like I've already done a bit of sloping here. This is also just to fill it in to make sure that I can get up to the next rock piece. So yeah, this sloping really works to get up high, but also to already start a little bit of the final detailing, which I'm quite happy with how this looks. But essentially, the reddish brown is going to be along the bottom layer, and the higher I get, the more I don't want to use the reddish brown. I see a little bit of a gap here, but truth is, the moment that everything is built up, you won't really see that gap. But yeah, this is what I have so far. I'm pretty happy with this, so let's see if I can do anything else. So I actually wanted to change it up and start with the big walkway up to the city, but this is the third brick where one of these tiles is trapped in there. And it's funny that, you know, I'm just getting free tiles even though I didn't order them. So thank you, Bricklink seller who sold me this. But yeah, I'm just getting more than my money's worth. All right, cool. And this is what I was able to do. I actually managed to get all the rock work done around the entire base of it. And Jesus, I'm gonna have to go pretty high up and then figure out a way to get everything closer to one another. But as you can see, I've started the construction of the walkway. And this is gonna, I think this is about halfway up. It's gonna go another like 10 bricks up, and then it goes into the city up there. Yeah, this is a massive undertaking, but I'm just so glad that these orders came in this week, that I was able to do this, and I have so many pieces now that I can use to just, play around a little bit. So this has been such a fun week in regards to the update. That's why also this is by far the longest update I've had so far. But this is what I wanted to do for a couple of weeks now. Like, I think, a lot of people know how the starter story looks. It's like, oh yeah, starter story. Hey, what are you gonna do with that? People know that one. This is what you don't know. This is what you want to see. I at least assume so. So, yeah, that's about all I can show you. What do you think of this? Do you think I need to make some changes? Do you think, do I need to move stuff around? Is it a bit too symmetrical? It might be. I do have ideas of changing it a little bit. But let me know in the comments below what you think about this project so far. I'm very happy. Please give the video a like if you liked it. If you enjoy this, if you want to see more of this, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to, of course, continue with this project next week, so stay tuned for that. And until my next video, may the force be with you.